delicious definition make them boys go loco. They want my treasure so they...
I returned to the inside of my wagon and prepared a hot bath. I went to the mirror and brushed my hair while I waited for the water to heat up. After about 5 minuets, the water was ready. As I slipped down into the warm water, it felt good against my sore muscles. I began to relax and slowly let my thoughts drift. Link was the only thing on my mind. He is so handsome, I thought to myself. That is the heroic man who became the legendary hero of time. Though something tugged at the back of my mind. I remembered that I had wanted to marry one day, and Link would be a good choice since he was my age, strong, smart, and handsome, and would help make strong, beautiful children. Yes, indeed, Link would make a good husband. Then I took the soap and washed up. After I washed, I got out of the tub and dried off. I went to the wardrobe closet to pick out a dress for this evening's occasion. I picked a low V-cut white dress with lace that held the V together. After that, I went to the full-length mirror to look at myself. As I looked myself over, a knock came at the door. "Come!" I yelled. Appearing in the doorway was the man I had set my eyes on. "You look beautiful tonight," Link said as he took my hand and kissed it. Then he led me out the door. "Follow me, I will lead the way." Little people wearing green clothes that looked like kids started to surround us when we stopped. "This is the Kokiri village, the place where I was raised." The childlike people began watching me. They all seemed very curious to who I was. Just then, one of the Kokiri, a young girl, approached me. "My name is Saria. What's yours?" "My name is Jenna. It's a pleasure to meet you." "Are you the one that came with my friend Link for our spring night festival?" Saria's eyes seemed to glow at that moment. "Yes, he invited me," I said as a smile crossed the Kokiri girl's face. I could tell that she knew I had my eyes set on Link, though she remained silent about it. There were male Kokiri as well. One in particular was one named Mido. He was the leader of the Kokiri and a dear friend of Saria and Link. He had a sense of humor, but he yet remained stern and headstrong, for he was their leader, and was responsible for their lives. It was time for the feast. Saria gestured for me to join them at the feast table. She led me to the seat next to Link. Did she plan this? I asked myself, and then smiled. After a moment, I looked over all of the food. There was a great abundance of food to eat. After I served myself, I began to eat. As I was eating, I could not help but notice that Link was watching me out of the corner of his eye. Oh my god, oh my god! I started to know within inside myself that Link was the one I wanted to be with. Even more so on the night when I shared myself with him. It was a warm spring night, and night had just arrived. Link and I were sharing the quiet sounds of the night together. I had been seeing Link for a little more than a month. The spring festival had come and gone, and the warm weather was finally returning. All signs of winter were almost gone, and my time in Hyrule was about to end for this year. In 2 weeks I would be leaving for the city of Tarvera. Knowing this made me sad to go, since I did not want to leave Link. I had finally found someone that I truly loved, and would have to leave him behind when it was time to leave. Even Link was not happy after I told him that I would be leaving soon. When I told him, his face went from happy to a depressed one. He wanted to be with me, and he wanted me to stay in Hyrule with him. But I was going to spend every last minute I had left with him enjoying it. Jenna, it has been a wonderful almost 2 months with you. Even as short as it was, I really enjoyed the time I've spent with you. I wish you did not have to leave. I do not think I will ever find another quite like you. I leaned over and softly placed my lips on his and kissed him tenderly. Then he looked deeply into my eyes and told me he loved me. I had never felt this way before, like the way he makes me feel when I'm with him. We made love long into the night, forefiling each other's hot desires and fantasies, and I thought to myself that this was one thing I did not want to miss. I wanted to drink in every part of him, and after it was over I could not wait to feel him again. The next few days were depressing. Us knowing that I was leaving in less than 2 weeks made us depressed. The nights were spent mostly quiet, except for the occasional sigh. I was beginning to think I'd never be this happy again. Link made me feel special. It was the day before I was leaving. I was at the marketplace for the last time for this year. I was at my stand selling what I had left when I saw Link enter the market and headed for where I was. As I watched him, I wondered if this was going to be the last time I was ever going to see him. He looked deeply into my brown eyes and told me he had something to tell me. Then he got down on one knee and produced a small gold box. He opened it to reveal a gold diamond ring inside! Will you marry me? Oh my goddesses, yes, yes I will! Now I knew I did not have to leave. Hyrule was meant to be my home. We were destined to be together. Summer finally arrived and signs of spring were slowly fading. I was spending my days at Hyrule Castle, helping with the chores and making plans for my upcoming wedding. Link spent his days building a home in the Lost Woods for us to live in after we were married. Even my friendship with Princess Zelda and her father grew stronger when we told them about our engagement and that we were going to have children. Since Zelda was not betrothed and had not yet wed, this was the closest thing to her being a mother and the king being a grandfather. Now that we were to wed, my life was almost complete.
Make you crazy.
To the A, to the S-T-E-Y, girl, you taste it cheap. To the A,